Hello everyone, this is James from LLP, and today I am going to introduce the contents of what we are calling the Ludic Language Pedagogy Expo, LLPx for short. This is going to be our first conference, and it's going to be held in October, and we hope you can join. So let's learn a bit about it. It's called an expo, but it's more like a workshop. You will be active throughout, so please bear that in mind as we look at the activities. There are three major activities, and the first one is, let me load this, what we're calling Find Your LLP 2P. So this is looking for a two-player in terms of game parlance. We are hopefully going to have a meet and greet session where each person will talk about their ludic, their language, and their pedagogical interests with other members. So it's a kind of a networking session, and hopefully you can find people that have a similar context to you, and perhaps we can create some collaborative groups or maybe even some research partnerships through this activity. So it's a quick 30-minute meet and greet with other members. Okay. The next activity is what we are calling LLP Ingredients. So as part of registration, we ask you which ludic, language or pedagogy topic you could give a short 3 to 5 minute speech about. So for example, you could talk about a specific game or a specific ludic element. You could talk about tabletop RPG games. You could talk about God of War, Lemmings, World of Warcraft, mobile games, free browser games. So you could talk about a ludic element. You could talk about a particular language element, a particular context. For example, English as a foreign language in Japan, or Japanese as a foreign language, or English as an academic subject. What am I trying to say? EAP, so English for academic purposes. Or you could talk about English language arts, so a particular context. Finally, you could talk about a pedagogical topic. So you could talk about transcription, you could talk about TBLT, multiliteracies, you could talk about PPP, any kind of teaching methodology or activity. So each attendee during sign-up will be asked what they can give a brief talk about, and during the conference itself, we'll have very quick 3 to 5 minute speeches of this nature. Then we move on to the next activity, which we are calling the LLP Iron Teacher. Now this takes its name directly from the TV program Iron Chef, and it puts groups of LLPers head-to-head to create a lesson plan. So Iron Chef, I believe, although I've never seen it, is a one-on-one, or at least everybody working by themselves activity. Now the Iron Teacher activity is going to be, the attendees will be put into groups and they'll work together to create a lesson plan. Now, what about the ingredients, you may ask? Well, it's not a coincidence that the previous activity is called LLP Ingredients, because we as the chairs, we will choose one ludic ingredient, one language ingredient, and one pedagogy ingredient, and all groups will be given these same ingredients, and they have to create a lesson plan or a curriculum or something that can be used by teachers based on those three elements. So for example, it could be what I just said: God of War, Japanese as a foreign language, and multiliteracies. So they may be the three elements, and the groups will work together to create an activity or a lesson plan based on those three elements. Where are they going to make this? Well, we're going to have a Google Doc, a shared Google Doc, where the groups will collaborate and they will create their lesson plan within the Google Doc. Now, at the end of the creation period, which is about 4 to 5 minutes, each group will present their lesson plan, and there will be some prizes, some simple awards. It's just a bit of fun for the best plan. One final thing about this, which is really important, is that once the lesson plans are all created and put into a single Google document, that will be published in our journal as a playground item. So each member that joins will get a new line on their resume. So yeah, this will be our kind of idea of proceedings. Okay, so that's the main activities. We've got the LLP Find Your LLP 2P. We've got your LLP Ingredients and LLP Iron Teacher. So if you like the sound of that and you want to get involved, it's going to be, what, a 3-hour maximum conference with some games and other fun activities as well. This is how to join. You can join us on Discord, and the URL is here. And if you look in the bottom right, I'm pointing the right way, one of these ways, you'll see a QR code. You can scan this QR code to find the registration form. So please sign up, and we hope to see you in October. If you have any questions, please email us on email us at contact@llpjournal.org, or you can just talk to us on Slack about this. All right, hope to see you in October. Cheers.